Emotions flood through you. Laughter and tears, joy and sorrow, all intermingle in an indescribable symphony that resonates deep within your soul. You laugh because you finally see the absurdity of all your past worries and fears, recognizing how inconsequential they are in the grand tapestry of existence. You cry because you touch the very depth of human suffering and the profound beauty that lies beyond it. These tears are not born of sadness, but of a profound release, a cleansing of the soul that washes away the accumulated pain and brings a sense of renewal. The experience is a cathartic blend of contrasting emotions, each enhancing the other in a harmonious balance that words can scarcely describe. This is what spiritual enlightenment feels like. It is not just a fleeting sensation, but a deep and lasting revelation. A moment when the veil of illusion lifts entirely and you perceive the world with the clarity of a newborn's gaze, completely untainted by the scars and burdens of past experiences. In this state, you are immersed in an extraordinary sense of presence, where every moment is vivid, every detail is sharp, and everything around you feels interconnected and alive with meaning. Imagine a stillness, a boundless peace that surpasses all understanding, washing over you like the most gentle and nurturing embrace you have ever felt. In this exalted state, you perceive everything in its true form, perfect, interconnected, and imbued with a profound divine essence. Colors appear more vibrant and radiant. Sounds resonate more harmoniously, and even the air itself feels alive with an unseen vibrancy and energy. It's as if the very fabric of reality has been intricately rewritten to unveil its deepest, most sacred truths to you. You understand, with a certainty that transcends words, that you are not separate from your surroundings, but rather an integral part of them. This profound sense of unity brings forth an overwhelming sense of love and compassion, not just for others, but for yourself as well. This realization fosters a deep sense of the connection and empathy, enriching your experience of life with a newfound depth and meaning. The ego, that persistent voice echoing fear and promoting a sense of separation, struggles intensely to comprehend this elevated state of being. It may resist vehemently, throwing up waves of doubts and fears, attempting to pull you back into the familiar, well-worn patterns of thought and behavior. The ego feels threatened by the dissolution of boundaries that enlightenment inevitably brings. This is because the ego thrives on distinction, on maintaining the illusion of control and separation. However, enlightenment reveals the true illusory nature of the ego, showing it to be nothing more than a construct of the mind, devoid of any real substance. From the perspective of ordinary life, enlightenment can feel utterly alien and completely out of place. It is as if you have stepped into an entirely new dimension, one that defies the mundane logic and conventional thinking that govern daily existence. Ordinary life is typically driven by the pursuit of goals, achievements, and external validations, constantly seeking approval and success. Enlightenment, however, reveals a profound truth. The true treasure lies within, in the simple, eternal presence of being. It shows that the greatest fulfillment comes from embracing the present moment and understanding our intrinsic connection to all that surrounds us. Why do you seek enlightenment? Because within every heart lies a deep and abiding yearning for truth, a desire to return to our purest, most authentic selves. Enlightenment is the profound answer to this call. It is the spiritual homecoming, the realization of our deepest longing for connection, peace, and ultimate freedom. It is adored and cherished because it represents the fulfillment of our highest potential and the complete realization of our innermost desires and aspirations. Enlightenment is the state where we become whole, and it is the embodiment of the divine purpose within us. Yet attaining this state of enlightenment is profoundly challenging because it necessitates surrendering everything we believe we know. The ego finds this inherent simplicity utterly confounding. Enlightenment is not something complex or grandiose. Rather, it is profoundly simple. It is the essence of simply being, existing fully in the present moment, without any attachment or aversion. This simplicity, however, can feel incredibly elusive, almost too subtle for a mind that is so accustomed to constant complexity and intricate thinking. The ego's desire to control and understand makes embracing this simplicity a significant challenge. Once you have glimpsed this transcendent state, the memory of it lingers within you like a sweet echo, an enduring call that beckons you back. You long for this state because it represents the truest and purest expression of your being, the essence of who you are at the deepest level. Returning to this state after the initial experience is more challenging because the mind tends to grasp and cling, attempting to recreate the exact conditions of that first moment of enlightenment. However, enlightenment is a delicate and natural process that cannot be forced or manufactured. It must be allowed to arise naturally, in its own time and under its own conditions. But how does one live after the first touch of enlightenment? How do you interact and relate to family and friends who may not understand your path? You are attuned to the symphony of life in a way you never were before. You see connections where others see separations. You feel love where others may feel indifference or even animosity. When you return from enlightenment, carrying the wisdom in your heart, you find yourself among those who haven't walked the same path. They see the world in the way they always have, through the eyes of everyday concerns and the filters of their own experiences. They may not understand the tranquility you carry, the love that radiates from you, or the silence that speaks louder than words. And that's okay. Your enlightenment does not place you above them, but rather deepens your empathy for their journey. You understand that everyone is on their own path, moving at their own pace. The key is not to judge or to force your understanding upon them, but to be a beacon of light, a living example of the peace and joy that enlightenment brings. When you interact with your family and friends, let your presence be a testament to your transformation. Speak less, but with more wisdom. Listen more, with deeper empathy. Let your actions be guided by the love and compassion that enlightenment has awakened within you. In moments of frustration or hurt, return to that serene forest within you. Reconnect with your inner spiritual wisdom. Your family and friends, though they may not understand now, are part of your journey, helping you to deepen your compassion and patience. Your calm and loving demeanor can bridge the gap between different levels of understanding. Remember, true enlightenment is not about changing others, but about changing yourself. As you embody the principles of your spiritual awakening, you create a ripple effect. Your peace becomes a sanctuary for others, your love a healing balm. In time, they may begin to notice the changes in you and become curious about the source of your tranquility. Ultimately, enlightenment teaches you that every interaction is an opportunity to practice love, patience, and understanding. Know that the journey itself is sacred and holds immense value. Spiritual enlightenment is not a prize to be won or a goal to be achieved through external means. Rather, it is a profound and natural unfolding of your true self, a gentle awakening to your true essence. Thank you for listening. Divine Being, may you always remember the truth of who you are, and may you always live in the light of your divine nature.